Good day, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. My new subscribers, welcome in. Loyal subscribers, sit right on in here, guys. We got the daily BTC price prediction we're going to go over with you guys here. Trying to keep this one as short as possible, but I did want to get a little bit in depth with the weekly, the 3-day, and probably crank it on down to the 12-hour. Well, we'll start at the 12-hour here. So, yeah, if that piques your interest, let's just go ahead and dive into the charts here, shall we? All right, so today's October the 18th, 2020. Current price of BTC is 11,387, down about 0.1% for the day. And yeah, we're going to start on the 12-hour here, guys. I want to kind of get a little bit in depth, but then again, this is just the daily predictions, so I don't want to get too in depth here. So basically what I'm seeing here, I looked at everything before I started this video here, and I just wanted to let you guys know that so far, I think the last video, the prediction we made was here on this candle right here on the close, near the close, I think towards the ending, about an hour or two before the close. And we closed at 11.4, so I was anticipating to see another test of 11.5. So obviously this happened. We went lower on this candle, down about 11.3. And of course this happened. We revisited the level at 11,500, which is right here at the top of that wick. Okay, well, near the mid area of that wick. It's right here on the chart here, guys. Right about there, approximately. Okay, so now what I'm seeing in the charts is, honestly, I'm seeing the same thing. I'm seeing another test of 11,500. I know this isn't like huge predictions or whatever, but believe it or not, I mean, I've been pretty accurate in terms of if it's going to go back to that level, and I'm actually seeing it going back to that level again. And again, the reason why I can see it is just by simply looking at the candlesticks in comparison to the volume. Okay. The only thing I don't understand is whether it will result in a rejection wick, or if it will get a candle's body to meet and exceed that level. Let's just go higher on the time frames. The reason why I'm a little concerned is because how far away the price action is away from our infamous purple line. So this is the 12-hour. Things are starting to look a little bit exhausting, in my opinion. Not financial advice, not your financial advisor. Okay. So here's the daily. Okay. So from the 12-hour, I could see it going up to 11.5. From a daily's perspective, I can also see it revisiting 11.5. Okay. Let's see, 11.5. So yeah, so I can see this right off the bat here. Here's a resistance level. Notice the candle's bodies here, guys. Pay attention to the candle's bodies. Okay. And if I haven't already mentioned, guys, these are the same lines we've been following for days. Okay. Purple 10.8, green 11.3. And it's about 11.6 at the red line there. The lines are still the same. I haven't moved them. But I did want to point out this level here. Just notice how this green line, I just put it just below the candle's bodies, if you can see that. So this would be an indication to me, at least, and this isn't guaranteed. But there could be potential resistance just overhead here on the daily, and that would be at about 10,433. Okay, I mean, you can see that it's very clear. Okay, this is why we don't pull up the 1 hour and the 15 minutes and stuff, guys. There's not enough information for me to, kind of understand what's going on. It's too much noise going on. Okay, let's just move it up one more, and we're gonna end out on the weekly here, guys. I don't want this video to be too long. Okay, so this to me is a very interesting setup. I'll say that, but I've seen this at the top of short-term runs in the past. This doesn't mean it's actually going to happen again. But what I will say is, from the candlestick and volume comparison, what is imperative to me from a 3 days perspective is the next move. It doesn't have to happen on this candle right here. It doesn't have to happen like before October the 21st. Or even, October the 24th, or even the end of this month. But structurally, what needs to happen next here in the price action, if the buying interest has enough control in the markets, The line in this, the line that needs to hold is 11,300. This line here, this green line, it must hold, and the next move must be up near or through the $11,900 level. Okay, 11,800, 11,900. It must result in a breakthrough of this level. Okay, and this is what I'm seeing from a 3 days chart. Okay, if this does not happen, if BTC is unable to get above, because you see these rejection wicks, guys, this stuff is not complicated. These rejection wicks above these 3 day candles, this represents selling interest in the market. Okay, if we get another rejection from this line again, right, or hopefully the sellers aren't just kind of accumulating at this level only to, you know, just push the price significantly lower, because I feel as though the more time that we hang out near this $11,600 level and we get all these rejection wicks, we're just picking up sell orders, right? BTC rather, we're just picking up sell orders just to make the impulse leg to the downside that much more dramatic. Okay, I think I remember explaining this on a descending line before, but we're not going to get into that. Okay, so that's what needs to happen. 11,800, 11,900 needs to break through to the upside and hold 11.3. If that does not happen, then yeah, the next level, guys, minimum next level, it could get lower, right? But 10.8, it's going to go down to 10,800. Okay, that's what I can see on the 3 day. And the last one, guys, and hopefully this video isn't too long, but you see how far away the weekly has gone away from this moving average here? It's too far away. This to me isn't a sustainable move. And the reason that I said it, some may disagree, that's fine. But take a look at the candles bodies here on the weekly. God, this stuff is not complicated. Notice how this candle here on August 3rd, it broke above this $11,600 level and closed a candle's body above that level. The week thereafter, it closed another candle's body, which is actually a bearish candle above that level, 11,600. Not only did it close a bearish candle above that line, but it created another reversal bearish candle the week thereafter, and another reversal candle the week thereafter. And see, so basically what was going on was they're just accumulating sell orders. You see that? And the more time that they take to accumulate sell orders, so I would say that the accumulation would start at this candle right here. So it took about 1, 2, 3 weeks to create this gigantic impulse leg to the downside. You see, that's what I mean when I say, like, when it starts hanging out like a certain level, it's just picking up more sell orders only to create the impulse leg to the downside that much more dramatic. I'm pretty sure I'm not explaining this right, but hopefully you guys are with me and it will kind of make some sense at some point. The longer you stick with me here on the channel, I'm just going to push out this stuff that I know. And honestly, I'm probably going to come to a point where I'm just going to delete a lot of the videos, because what I really want to do is I just want to reach out to a very few amount of people who truly want to understand like candlestick patterns in comparison to volumes, and just purely understanding candlesticks and like what they represent, what do they mean, what is going to happen next. Okay, but the important line that I want you to pay attention to here on the weekly is where we're going to close it out here, guys. Hopefully you're still with me there. Notice this activity here. Okay, you notice the candles. Pay attention to the candles bodies. Let's see if I can just outline that. This represents a range here. Let me just lighten that up for you. These 3 candles right here. This represents a range for the sellers. Okay. Now, whoever's in this range, if these particular sellers have enough selling pressure in the market to prevent BTC from getting above this red line, the only thing they're doing right now is accumulating more sell orders to create another impulse leg to the downside that would look similar to this. But what they're trying to do is they're trying to actually make the impulse leg to the downside more dramatic than this move. So they're going to spend some time. You see they've already stepped in here. We've touched the line once. Okay, So let's just call it 4 weeks. Let's say it's going to do the same exact thing or something similar to what it's done here. So I'd put another line on the chart. God, I hate when there's so many lines on the charts. Let me just erase these lines for now. I really want to try to break this stuff down, because it's not complicated for me to see this stuff, guys. Okay. So if I were to say that if the sellers actually started accumulating on this candle, yes, then I'm going to say that the line is going to be somewhere, we'll just put it right here. Here's the line for the sellers right here to accumulate their sell orders. Right there. Okay. So the more times that BTC comes up to test this line right here at 11,747.3, according to this BitMEX chart, the more times it touches this line and it's unsuccessful at breaking through, the move to the downside is going to be pretty dramatic. And even if it's not dramatic, it's going to get a retest of 11,000. That is almost hands down guaranteed. Okay. And I know that's not a huge call. It's 11,300. I get it. Yes. But I think before the move down, we're going to get a move up. Okay. You can quote me on that. And I'm comfortable with being wrong, but I'm very comfortable in just kind of dissecting the charts and looking at things in the volume and kind of having an understanding of what could potentially happen next. So that's basically what I'm seeing here, guys. 11,700, like 47 approximately. Let's just call it 11.7. BTC needs to stop testing that line if it's not ready to break through that line, because if it continues to test that line, it's just picking up sell orders. That's it. If it is picking up sell orders, obviously the challenge will be at 11.7. Now, will the sellers have enough momentum as they've accumulated their sell orders at this line to make a lower low? Then that to me would be an indication that the sellers are about to go ahead and transfer the trend here that's been up ever since March. Okay, but as long as the price is above $10,000, yeah, it's perfectly confined in an uptrend ever since March, because it's pretty clear here, and you can see it pretty clean on a weekly here. You see you got a low here, you got a high, you got a higher low, you got a higher high, and you got a higher low so far. And not only is the last position in the market a higher low, but we just found support at the previous resistance level. You see that green line I just put there? The previous resistance level was here, right here. For those who are listening in, it's at about 9,780. You see all those wicks that we got at the top of that line? You see that represents selling interest in the market. So when the sellers step in, all they're trying to do is they're just seeing how much buying interest is actually in the market. Do we have enough sell orders to push a price down, or do we need to just continue following the trend, which currently is up? You see all these wicks at that line, and then we came close here to touching that line, but BTC hasn't touched that line yet. It's at about 9,700. Okay. Unfortunately, I'm gonna be looking to put this thing down, because I think right now the sellers still do have a unique position to push the price down, honestly, at least back down to 11,000, just to make sure that that area is locked off and ready to go to the upside. Excuse me. So that's pretty much what I'm seeing here, guys. I know this video was really long, longer than I normally have it for the daily BTC predictions, but yeah. That's what it is, guys. That's what I'm looking at. 11,900. It needs to breach and exceed to continue the momentum from a 3 days perspective, because the 3 day has already shown their cards. The weekly hasn't just yet. But from a weekly standpoint, what I can see here is BTC actually has the potential, believe it or not, to get all the way down to $9,000. The sellers have, yeah. Wait a minute, hang on. Yeah. Unfortunately, guys, yeah, BTC is probably going to go down close to $9,000 if this thing doesn't get up above this $11,700 level and have a pretty aggressive move up. That's what I'm seeing, guys. Hey, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It's Napoleon Macro. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Sorry, you guys, if it was extremely boring, I put you to sleep there. I'm going to probably get a little bit more exciting and interesting on these videos. But that's all I got for you guys. Thanks for stopping in. I really appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.